Lishana Tova, everyone. And welcome, and we're so glad you're here. And it's so wonderful, especially during these troubled times, to be coming together to celebrate Rosh Hashanah together, tonight and tomorrow, and Friday. And we'd like to start off with a song together, a very familiar song to most of you, but you'll find the words on page 6 anyway in your books. Page 6. Hine Matov, how good and pleasant for brothers and sisters to dwell together in peace. Page 6. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. One more time. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Shana Tova, everybody. And this year, as I said in my announcements, this year we're saying Shana Tova Yoter, which means wishing you a better new year, even though it hasn't started off that way. So I would like to invite Gary first to come on up and open the doors of the Ark and the Ark curtain. Please rise and embody your spirit. Please be seated. We're now going to continue with the candle lighting, which you may find on page 11. I'd like to invite Dan Flagg to come on up to light the candles for us this evening.
The first mitzvah in the Torah is let there be light. So we are commanded in everything you do, be a menorah, a bringer of light. Live with honor, act with integrity, do your work with passion, and the radiance of your deeds will live after you. May our ideals burn bright, forever unextinguished, and may we live our lives like the flames we kindle, always stretching upward, striving for the good, reaching for you.
Baruch atah. Make sure you read. You read it first, okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel yom tov.
So simple.
Source of blessing, eternal our God, you fill the universe with majestic might, teaching us holiness through sacred obligations, giving us the mitzvah of bringing light on this festival.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel yom tov. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lahazman hazeh.
And now we're going to continue with a special reading that's not in your prayer books. Every holiday service we're going to be having during this season, we're going to begin the service with a special reading in memory of October 7th. I'd like to invite Ken and Brina Gordon to come on up.
The first candle, remembrance, Erev Rosh Hashanah, reflection and intention. I'm going to take this in here again. In this heartbreaking year that has passed, we have lost many precious souls, children and parents, sisters and brothers, friends and loved ones, each a world unto themselves, full of unique qualities, deeds, and the indelible traces they left in the world. As we light this candle on the eve of Rosh Hashanah, the ancient Jewish day of remembrance, we seek to honor and remember each one. Every soul, every individual, young and old, who departed from us still remains with us in the cherished memories of their lives and the lasting marks they left within us. Alongside them, we hold in our hearts the hostages, continually praying and yearning for their swift return home, and we will not rest until this is achieved, who have returned home and now need immense strength to heal the deep wounds of their bodies and spirits. I think that's you.
This is me. Lighting the memorial. Remember, we remember our brothers and sisters, the loyal and faithful, the brave and courageous, whom we lost amidst the horrors of war. We remember the shining eyes, the warm embrace, the confident heart, the photo albums, the life stories, the homes built with great effort and burned in an instant. We remember the loving families, the beauty, the hope, the eyes that look upon us with trust. May the souls of those who have left us be bound up in the bond of love, of life, and their memory be connected to us by a thin thread of life, like a bouquet of wildflowers in rainwater, squills, golden puddles, almond trees, oleanders, and mulberries. Laughter carried on the flight of swings, a beating heart, tenderness and compassion. May our souls be connected to theirs in deep memory and gratitude. And may we choose life, we remember, and we choose life, in the gentle hand extended, in the thin ray of dawn, in the sprouting stem, in the breath of the earth.
Page 13. And whenever you have a reading, please come on up here, but so all the people watching on the live stream can see.
This autumn night, the shades of darkness in the sky are signs of Earth's turning, the fleeting ways of nature. And we, drawn together to this holy house, filled with New Year's hope and light, turn our hearts towards you, in prayer and worship, seeking life's essence. In the presence of your love, we feel the nearness of those who bless our lives, even in death. Precious memories of their love restore our strength, renew our faith in life's goodness. Together, we acknowledge with gratitude the life you have given us, the bounty that has sustained us, your comfort in sickness and sorrow, your compassion in valleys of despair. God of years, God of eternity, bless us now and always. Bless our homes and our families. Be with us in our dreams and in our hopes. Be with us through these days of awe, as we search our souls within and seek the lasting shelter of your love.
We continue on page 19. Please rise. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, yehi ratzon shenizkeh levirchoteha, bishnat chameshet alafim, sheva me'ot shmonim v'chamesh. Elohei olam barech otanu ve'et kol beit Yisrael b'chidush yameinu. Our God and God of our ancestors, may we know your blessings in the year 5785. Eternal One, bless us in the whole house of Israel with renewed life, happiness, and peace, comfort and courage, resilience and strength. May the words of our heart be acceptable to you. In the new year that stretches before us, we are forever grateful for the gift of life. Page 20. Blessed is the eternal, the blessed one. Blessed is the eternal, the blessed one, now and forever.
Baruch hu et Adonai Amavorach. Baruch Adonai Amavorach Leolam Va'ed.
Together on page 22. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your great name fills the universe with majestic might. Your word creates twilight and dusk, as your wisdom opens the gate of night. Your discernment separates the changing seasons and causes the passage of time. The stars arrayed across the sky reveal your design. You roll out the cycle of darkness and light, shaping day to night. You sweep away day and carry the world into nightfall, setting day apart from nighttime. You are God of all we can perceive and all that is beyond our perception. Living eternal God, be our sovereign to the end of time. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv v'aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, creator of twilight and dusk. Page 24.
Love beyond all space and time, your love enfolds your people, Yisrael. We receive it in your teaching, your gift of Torah, sacred obligations, discipline, and law. So let us speak these teachings when we lie down and rise up, and find joy forever in your Torah and mitzvot. They are the very essence of our life, ours to ponder and study all our days. May we never lose or be unworthy of your love. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amon Yisrael. For you are blessed, the one who loves your people, Israel.
Page 26, we continue with the Shema, the watchword of our Jewish faith. Listen, Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
Please join me on the next page as we chant the V'ahavta prayer. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shitecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech ושכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem le'Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem.
Together on page 28. You shall love Adonai your God with all your mind, with all your soul, and with all your strength. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be a symbol before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. Thus you will become holy to your God. I, Adonai, am your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I, Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem Emeth. Page 32. Together in English. Truth and faith, these are fundamental to our existence. God alone is their source. And we are Israel, a people of God. Our sovereign saves us from tyranny, redeems us from its violence through countless wonders, from its brutality through great feats beyond measure. We are Israel, a people of God, the giver of life, who would not let our feet give way, the maker of miracles for us against Pharaoh, of signs and portents in the land of Egypt, the one who brought our people Israel from its midst to enduring freedom. Page 34. Witnesses to this heroic might, the people thanked and praised God by name, freely accepting the reign of heaven. Then Moses and Miriam and all Israel sang to you this song of utter joy.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot ose fele. Malchutecha ra'u v'hanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'ili anu v'yamaru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar, ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, u'gu'alo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch ata Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
We praise you, eternal power, the one who redeemed Israel. Page 36, we continue with the Hashkivenu prayer, asking God to create a shelter of peace around us, which we also desperately need at this moment.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ushmor tzeiteinu uvoeinu l'chaim u'shalom me'ata v'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim.
Together, bless our sleep with peace, Adonai, and awaken us to life when we rise. With power sublime, spread over us your shelter of shalom, and through your wisdom restore us, make us whole. Let your name proclaim your presence in our lives, be our shield, make us stronger than the enemies we face, illness and war, famine and sorrow, and stronger than the enemies in our hearts, wickedness and sin. Carry us to safety as on wings, for you are the monarch of grace, the sovereign of compassion. You are the one who cares for us and sets us free. Watch over us, we who go forth to life. Watch over us, that we may come home in peace, now until the end of time. Baruch atah Adonai, HaPorei Sukkot Shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Continue on page 42 as we rise for the tefillah.
Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatai Tiftach, Anananananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatai Tiftach, Anananananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatai Tiftach, Anananananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatai Tiftach, Anananananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha.
Please turn to the next page and join me in the chanting of the Avot. Page 44. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imoteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. זכרנו לחיים, מלך חפץ בחיים, וכתבנו בספר החיים, למענך אלוהים חיים. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה.
Together in English. You are the source of blessing, Adonai, our God, and God of our fathers and mothers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, God of Rachel, and God of Leah. Exalted God, dynamic in power, inspiring awe, God sublime, creator of all, yet you offer us kindness, recall the loving deeds of our fathers and mothers, and bring redemption to their children's children, acting in love for the sake of your name. Remember us for life, sovereign God who treasures life. Inscribe us in the book of life, for your sake, God of life. Sovereign of salvation, pillar of protection, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Blessed are you in our lives, Adonai, shield of Abraham, sustainer of Sarah. Page 46.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני העפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך מיני ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. מי כמוך אל הרחמים, זוכר לצורף לחיים ברחמים, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל.
Together, your life-giving power is forever, Adonai, with us in life and in death. You liberate and save, cause dew to descend, and with mercy abundant, lovingly nurture all life. From life to death, you are the force that flows without end. You support the falling, heal the sick, free the imprisoned and confined. You are faithful even to those who rest in the dust. Power beyond power, from whom salvation springs, sovereign over life and death, who is like you? Merciful God, who compares with you? With tender compassion, you remember all creatures for life. Faithful and true, worthy of our trust, you sustain our immortal yearnings. In you we place our undying hopes. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei HaKol. Wellspring of blessing, power eternal, you are the one who gives and renews all life. Page 49.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה.
Please be seated. Continue on page 52. We read together. You are holy, your name is awe, There is nothing divine beyond you. As the prophet Isaiah taught, the source of all might is exalted through justice, the God of holiness made holy through righteousness. Baruch atah Adonai, HaMelech HaKadosh. Blessed are you, Adonai, holy sovereign. Page 58.
God, who is ours and God of our fathers and mothers, lead us to holiness through your mitzvot. And may each of us find a portion of Torah that is ours. You bestow such goodness, teach us to be satisfied and to know the joy of your salvation. Help us to serve you truly with purity of heart, for you are a faithful God whose truth stands forever. Am I reading the Hebrew? Okay. Our praise to you, eternal one, whose power pervades all the earth. You bring holiness to the people Israel and to this day of remembrance.
Page 60.
Okay. Eternal our God, your people Israel yearns for your favor. Receive their prayer with loving acceptance, and may you always desire your people's worship. Divine One, close to all who call upon you, bring your grace and presence near to those who serve you. Pour forth your Spirit on us, and may our eyes see your merciful return to Zion.
Baruch atah Adonai, HaMachazir Shechinato L'Tzion. Blessed are you whose divine presence is felt again in Zion. Page 62.
God who is ours, God of all generations, to you we are grateful forever. Rock and protector of our lives, your saving power endures from age to age. We thank you and tell the tale of your praise, your power in our lives, your caring for our souls, the constant miracle of your kindness. Morning, noon, and night, we call your goodness, for your compassion never ends. We call you mercy, for your love has no limit. We call you hope, now and for all time.
We continue with Shalom Rav on page 66, a song for peace.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasi Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasi Le'olam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasib leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasib leolam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasib Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam.
Together, peace profound and lasting, all-embracing. Peace, let this be your gift to Israel, your people. In your goodness, author of peace, bless us and all people, every season, every hour, with a peace that is yours to give. Let us and the whole family of Israel be remembered and inscribed in the book of life. May it be a life of goodness, blessing, and prosperity. May it be a life of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, Osei HaShalom. You are the Blessed One, eternal source of Shalom. Pause for a moment of silent prayer. We now continue on page 70 with the singing of Osei Shalom, another song for peace.
Osei Shalom Ben Romah Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom Ben Romah Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom Ben Romah Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom Ben Romah Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al kol Yisrael V'imru Amen.
We now continue on page 74 with the introduction to Avinu Malkeinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, strong was the faith of generations before us. In exile they proclaimed enduring hope. In the shadow of persecution, they affirmed a transcendent love and compassion. Ours is a different age, less confident and certain, more tentative in its trust. There are many who say to the works of their hands, "You are our gods." But when our worship centers on our own creations, we feel less gratitude, more doubt and despair. This is the paradox of our spiritual lives. We grow smaller in self-exaltation, nobler when we reach for you. On this night of return, let us find the humility to come close to you and open ourselves to your presence. For you are absent only when we fail to make room for you in our hearts. Distant only when we turn away from you. Now, as others have done before us, let us overcome doubt and speak these words of affirmation. We call you Avinu. As loving parent, forgive our wrongs and failings
Accept us in our human frailty. We call you Malkeinu. As sovereign of our souls, help us rise from our brokenness to build a world of Shalom. To this vision, we offer ourselves anew.
I'd like to invite Kyle Singer to come up and open the Ark curtain. You rise in body or spirit for Avinu Malkeinu. Page 76. Avinu Malkeinu ein lanu melech ela ata. Together. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, you alone are our sovereign. Avinu Malkeinu lema'ancha rachem aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, for your sake show us mercy. Avinu Malkeinu aseh imanu lema'an shemecha. Avinu Malkeinu, act toward us as befits your name. Avinu Malkeinu shlach refuah shlema l'cholei amecha. Avinu Malkeinu, bring healing and wholeness to the ill among us. Avinu Malkeinu kra ro'ah gezer dinenu. Avinu Malkeinu, allay the harshness of the decree against us. Avinu Malkeinu katvenu b'sefer geula v'yeshua. Avinu Malkeinu, inscribe us in the book of redemption and renewal. Avinu Malkeinu zachrenu b'zichron tov lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, remember our goodness and call it to mind. Avinu Malkeinu aseh lema'ancha v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, act for your sake and save us. On page 77, read just in the English. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, hear our voice. Avinu Malkeinu, we have strayed and sinned before you. Avinu Malkeinu, have compassion on us and our families. Avinu Malkeinu, halt the onslaught of sickness, violence, and hunger. Avinu Malkeinu, halt the reign of those who cause pain and terror. Avinu Malkeinu, enter our names in the book of lives well lived. Avinu Malkeinu, renew for us a good year. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, answer us with grace where our deeds are wanting. Save us through acts of justice and love.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu va'anenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu va'anenu, ki ein banu masim. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed, v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu va'anenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu va'anenu, ki ein banu ma'asim. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed, v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu.
Please be seated. Not since 9/11 have I had to rewrite my sermons in light of an ongoing tragedy. Not since 9/11 have our holy days been filled with such opposing feelings. Celebrating a new year as bombs are being launched toward the entire state of Israel. Terrorist attacks at a train stop killing 7 people as we prepare to enjoy apples and honey. A ground invasion in southern Lebanon, hundreds dead, including 8 Israeli soldiers. Rockets continuing to be lobbed every day into Israel by Hezbollah. Hearing about such tremendous destruction and loss of life as Israel defends itself against Hezbollah as well as Hamas and the Houthis, as we prepare to have festive meals in honor of a new year. All of this in the shadow of the first anniversary of October 7th, when 3,000 terrorists crossed the southern Israeli border, killing 1,200 people, taking hundreds hostage. And as we celebrate this new year, over 100 of them remain captive, no one knowing whether they are still alive. Every day this past year, we thought things couldn't get worse, and then they do. Celebrating a new year in this climate seems like such a contradiction, so out of sync with reality. The 2 main traditions of our faith, the Ashkenazim and the Sephardim, have always emphasized opposing aspects of these holy days. The Ashkenazi tradition emphasizes the solemnity of the occasion, the image of the gates of heaven opening, and all creatures passing before God to be judged as sheep pass under the shepherd's rod. Who shall live and who shall die? Who shall be written in the book of life? Who shall be written in the book of death? We stand before God trembling before the divine decree. The Sephardic tradition, on the other hand, focuses on the joy of the holiday, tasting the apples and honey, rejoicing in the birthday of the world and God's creation. One is an image of fear and trepidation. The other is a celebration of life and hope. As the gates of heaven open on this new year of 5785, we feel firmly caught between the two. We can palpably feel that too many souls are hanging in the balance between life and death. Tonight we feel as if our own souls are hovering in the balance. Not only are our hearts in the east, but there are so many other reasons why we are full of angst. Hearing about horrible natural disasters, being on the brink of a scary presidential election, anti-Semitism on college campuses, frayed relationships, dealing with illnesses in our community. It all feels like we are bouncing back and forth from disaster to tragedy to heartbreak with no end in sight. In spite of it all, and because of it all, my personal goal in this new year is to find a way back to that Sephardic emphasis on joy, to find a way to hope that the new year will be better, to be able to take a step back from all the horrors and worries and find comfort in the natural world around me, to have the joy of being in the presence of our community supersede the pain of this moment, to focus on the ways I can control the world, to override the feeling of helplessness. The names for this holy day all reinforce this hope. Yom Harat Olam, today is the birthday of the world. Yom HaZikaron, this is the day we remember who we are and our place in the world. Yom HaTruah, the day for hearing the shofar and inspiring us to be a force for good. This past weekend I was in New Hampshire writing sermons. It was gorgeous out. The leaves were just starting to change into beautiful fall colors. The first day I took my usual walk through the woods, next to the beautiful lake. I was really stressed because I hadn't finalized any of my sermons. Then I was on the phone, I was texting, and then I started to turn on a podcast, and from somewhere in my subconscious, a phrase from the prayer book, which I rarely even think about while we're reading it at services, suddenly struck me like a bolt of lightning. We walk sightless among miracles. We walk sightless among miracles. My dog sees it. Every time he bounds out of the house, relishing every blade of grass, every squirrel he sees, he's right in front of me, enjoying every second of the world around him. For me, it is a struggle to keep the phone off and to really see and appreciate the beauty which was surrounding me. Yom Harat Olam. Today is the birthday of the world. Today, in spite of everything happening in the world around us, we are commanded to look around and celebrate the miracle of creation. After fighting with myself to look up at the beauty of the leaves, smell the fresh air, hear the birds chirping, feel the calmness of nature, I was amazed at how quickly my anxiety subsided. I felt a sense of calm I hadn't felt in quite a while. This holy day reminds us that one antidote to being mired in all the horrors that we are witnessing is to immerse ourselves in the miracle of creation, whose anniversary we celebrate today. This is also called Yom HaZikaron, a day of remembrance. On the one hand, we recall all of the tragedies and disasters which befell our ancestors because they were Jews. By the same token, today we remember that we somehow found a way to overcome all of those obstacles and survive. The true reason to rejoice on this day is that we have made it. We are here right now as a faith community after all of those traumas and disasters, and to celebrate as a community. It's at moments like these that we remember how important it is to be with each other, to gather together, to pray together, to mourn together, to hope together is our unique way which the world outside does not understand. Yesterday, I received a well-intentioned text message from a local clergy person. She said, "Just now seeing the news about the Iran missile assault on Israel, I can't imagine what this is like for the people living with it every day, and praying that there is a path to security for all people living in the region." My immediate gut reaction was very mixed. While I totally agree with her sentiments, if this was a message of consolation meant for us as Jews, it missed the mark. As a Jewish people who are suffering through this difficult time, having someone console us by saying that they are thinking of all people who are suffering through a difficult time diminishes the sentiment and makes us seem unseen. Today we remember our unique connection with each other and how joining together on these holy days, particularly this year, provides all of us with solace and support in a unique way. It lifts our spirits just to be in each other's presence, understanding who we are as a unique community. It reminds us of our shared unique history as a people, of how many tragedies our ancestors overcame and how we survived every one of them. We are grateful that we made it as a people and a community to celebrate right now. Today is also called Yom HaTruah, the day of the blowing of the shofar. It is a clarion call for us to live up to the challenges of Tikkun Olam, making the world a better place. At this second, we feel so powerful to alter the course of events. All we can do, we feel, is to listen to the news and bemoan what is happening. We feel the burden of everything which is beyond our control, and we feel completely helpless. We feel like we have no control over who will be written in that book of life. But the strong, steady blast of the shofar reminds us of all the ways we do have power, all the ways we can impact the world. We have the power to practice our faith and pray together without fear. We have the ability to rejoice and help each other celebrate all the good that is happening in our midst. New babies, people becoming parents and grandparents for the first time, second time, or third time, being supportive of people recovering from illnesses. We have the power to give our children a Jewish education and help them build a strong, positive Jewish identity, ensuring the continuation of our people into the next generation. We realize how fortunate we are to have the ability and the power to come to this temple without fear of having to run to a bomb shelter or to be part of our services online. We have the power to make a qualitative difference in each other's lives by being there for them in good times and bad. We have the power to continue to make our temple community flourish and to be responsive to not only the needs of our members, but to be a beacon of Judaism and Jewish values for the wider community. And we have the power to return to ourselves, to reconsider who we are, to control our goals in life, to control our values, our relationships, and to work towards moving ourselves in a better direction this year. We have the power to work on social justice issues and further the causes which are closest to our hearts: getting out the vote, immigrant support, gun control, stopping climate change, abortion rights. The list goes on and on. We can control all of them. We have the power to work on appreciating the simple miracles of life. We can find joy in recognizing all the ways we can be a shofar and influence the world. Yom Harat Olam. In spite of it all, this year we can find joy in the beauty of nature. Yom HaZikaron. Because of it all, we remember how we can find comfort and support with our Jewish community. Yom HaTruah. We can bring joy to others by raising our voice and recognizing all the ways that we can influence our world. In this horrific year, in our people's life and in the lives of so many, let's also remember all the potential we have for happiness and fulfillment that God has given us in this life and this world, in the Sephardic tradition. As Rabbi Evan Schultz recently wrote of this year, young soldiers will head into battle this year as the shofar cries out through broken blasts in synagogues across the globe. Who will live and who will die will feel far too real and palpable as innocent souls perish in the throes of violence. Standing before our Torah scrolls, dressed in white, 101 hostages still remain beneath the earth, hungry, alone, and afraid. And yet we still gather and we will pray and sing. Amidst rockets and explosions, battles and bomb shelters, we will pray. We will pray that from the destruction and violence and pain, we will somehow find a way to birth the world anew. A world where we study war no more. A world of creation and creativity. A world of compassion and love, wholeness and peace. May we find ways to not just experience the solemnity and the gravity of this holy day season, but to find the joy as well, finding spontaneous, unbridled ways of appreciating all this potential this new year has to offer. Amen. We now continue on page 82. I'd like to invite Phoebe Rand to come on up. Open the ark curtain. Please rise in body or spirit.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Please be seated.
Please join me at the bottom of the page, the Shehu Noteh Shamayim.
שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו. וידעת היום להשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, בארץ מתחת אין עוד.
Page 84, Ne'emar and Bayom Hahu.
ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Continuing the introduction to the Kaddish, which you may find on page 88. To everything there is a season, a time for everything under the sun, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to laugh and a time to cry, a time to dance and a time to mourn, a time to seek and a time to let go. This is the time we remember those who gave meaning to our lives. This is the time we remember the bonds that tied us together, the love that we shared, and the memories that remain with us still. Our thoughts turn to loved ones whom death has taken from us in recent days, and those who died in the season in years past. Our hearts open as well to the wider circles of loss in our community and wherever grief touches the human family. We recall Esther Frisch and Cliff Bradley, who died during this past month. We add to their names the names of those whose yard sites occur this week. Dr. Leonard I. Brown, Edward Chaffetz, Esther Neufeld, Claudia Singer. And at this time, if there are names of others you'd like us to keep in our hearts and our minds as we prepare to recite the Kaddish prayer, you may say their names in your hearts or out loud as I look across the room.
Howard Roberger.
Morton Hoffman.
We recall those who have died today and in the previous week in the conflict in Israel and all of those innocent victims who have lost their lives. Zichronam livracha, may all of their memories be a blessing in this new year and always, as we rise to recite the Kaddish prayer on page 90. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei rabbah, v'yamad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei v'kol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'yizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach v'olam olmei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudashah b'richu, La'ela u'la'ela mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbekata v'nechemata, damiran v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba mishmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, uyaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen. Please be seated. And now I would like to invite Robin Frisch to come on up for the announcements.
Shana Tova Yoter. It's so good to see all of you. And I wish you all a very happy and healthy new year. You'll see in the announcements, you're all here, which you must have seen, the High Holy Day service schedule. You can look and see the times of all the different services through Yom Kippur. There's going to be a High Holy Day food drive. Our SEPTA youth group is once again doing a High Holy Day food drive to benefit the Burlington Food Pantry. So please take a grocery bag when you come to the temple, or use one of your own after Rosh Hashanah and return it on Yom Kippur filled with items, and you'll see a list of items in the announcements that the Burlington Food Pantry needs. The Jewish family table still needs non-sugary cereals such as Cheerios, and we really appreciate it. I saw some people bringing in Cheerios today. Children at High Holy Day services, we love having children attend our services. But because space is tight in the sanctuary, we want to provide a quiet, contemplative atmosphere during the mornings of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. We are welcoming children to our special Holy Day Children's Experience on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur mornings. So you can drop your children off in the little yellow house building shortly before services begin. They'll do holiday-related games and activities led by Cindy Cooperman and others. On Rosh Hashanah, the children will be brought into the sanctuary for the shofar blowing. They will each receive their own toy shofar to participate. And you can look in the announcements how you RSVP for this. We're very excited to have a new temple garden. There's raised garden beds at the temple. Jeff Nussbaum has been working very hard on this. So please read about that and think about how you can help. We all love to have fun, and the ping pong club is going to be meeting on Wednesday, October 16th. And we still do need diapers and wipes, so you can read about that for immigrant families. That is also in the announcements. Fran Bloomfield had asked me to read this. I'm sure that most of you or all have heard about the High Holiday gift bags. And she said, thank you to all who contributed toward the High Holiday gift bag fundraiser. After tonight's service, we would like everyone to leave the temple through the social hall so that you can pick up your family's gift bag. Also, it's important to write your name on the sheets of paper there so we know you received a bag. And then volunteers will be delivering bags to families who don't pick one up. So if we don't see your name written down, we will think you have not received one yet. So please write your name so we get it right. And last, the Brotherhood had asked for this announcement. The Temple Shalom Emeth Brotherhood Sukkah building, everybody's invited. No construction experience is required. A power screwdriver is helpful, and that will be on Sunday, October 13th at 9:30 a.m. And please contact Michael Singer with any questions. Thank you.
Thank you to our wonderful temple president. And I just wanted to thank the Religious and Ritual Committee for making these High Holy Days possible. There's a lot that goes into it. So I wanted to thank Val and the members of the Religious and Ritual Committee and Tina for giving out parts this evening, and for the beautiful flowers we have every year. And thank you to all, and to the Brotherhood for providing ushering this evening, and for all the holy days, and for all of you who took part in the service tonight. So we're going to continue with the Kiddush now on page 78. I see we don't have a Kiddush cup here, but we'll do it symbolically. You might come on up, please. Please rise in body or spirit.
Lift this cup for the year that is gone, for mountaintop moments and the taste of joy, celebrations shared, milestones met, all we've mastered and achieved since last we met. For wedding rings, tears, and kisses under the chuppah, new babies, first words and first steps. For the children who bless our homes and bring life to our community. For B'nai Mitzvah and confirmands, young teachers of this holy congregation, ours to cherish and guide with love. For beloved wives and husbands, sisters and brothers, for loyal friends who grow more precious with each passing year. For this community which nourishes us all. For all we've learned, for all we've struggled through, for challenges surmounted and disappointments met with courage. For last moments shared with those we loved and lost, for parents and grandparents whose memories are with us forever. We lift this cup for the year that is gone, for the year that begins. May we meet in strength, in unity, in hope. We lift life's cup and celebrate survival. So may we sanctify each day that is ours.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol am, v'romamanu mikol lashon, v'kidshanu b'mitzvotav. V'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu b'ahava, et yom hazikaron hazeh, yom teruah mikra kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, udvarcha emet v'kayam la'ad. Baruch atah Adonai, melech al kol ha'aretz, Mekadesh Yisrael v'yom hazikaron.
Please be seated. I'd like to invite Harriet Woolman to come on up and close the doors of the ark. And our closing song this evening is Dono One, which you may find on page 94.
And we'll be singing a version which we basically go through mostly the first two verses a couple of times through, you'll see.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Yetna Asa, B'chefzo Kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra. Asher malach terem kol yitzir nivra li'nasa b'chefzo kol zay melech shemo nikra yacharei kichlot hakol levado lo nivra hu haya v'hu hoveh hu yiyeh v'tifara don olam asher malach terem kol yitzir nivra li'nasa b'chefzo kol zay melech shemo nikra yacharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora v'hu haya v'hu hoveh v'hu haya v'hu hoveh Tifara V'yacharei kichlot hakol livado yimloch nora v'hu hor haya v'hu hoveh v'hu yiyeh v'tifara Don olam asher malach terem kol yitzini ra Yitnasav v'chitzo kol azay melech shimon yikra V'yacharei kichot hakol Livado yimlok nara v'hu hayim Hu hove v'hu yiyeh b'tifara Don olam asher malach terem kol yitzini ra Yitnasav v'chitzo kol azay melech shimon yikra Acharei kichot hakol Livado yimlok nara v'hu hayim V'hu hove b'tifara V'hu hayim v'hu hove
We conclude with a blessing for the new year on page 98. Our God and God of all generations before us, may it be your will in the coming year to grant us together a year of abundance and atonement, a year of blessings bestowed and received, a year of community and compassion, a year of delight and exaltation, a year of enlightenment, a year of friendship and forgiveness, a year of going up in gladness to the land of Israel, a year of health and healing and humor, a year of inner strength and well-being, a year of joy and Jewish celebration, a year of knowledge and learning for its own sake, a year of love between parents and children, friends and spouses, brothers and sisters, a year of mitzvot and moments of sweetness, a year of nature protected and enjoyed, a year of optimism and hope, a year of peace pursued with perseverance, a year of quiet and tranquility, a year of rain in its season, a year of song and spiritual growth, a year of Torah study and tikkun olam, a year of understanding and unity, a year of vows fulfilled and violence overcome, a year of wisdom acquired and shared, a year of coexistence among the families of the earth, a year of young and old reaching out to one another, a year of Zion aglow with light for us and all the world. Our God and God of the generations before us, grant us a year of gratitude to you for the most profound of blessings, your gift of life. Amen. Shana Tova.
Would people return their cards as they're exiting, please, so we can use them for next year?
Thank you. And don't forget to go out back, put your prayer books out that way, and then go back to the social hall and pick up, for all temple members, pick up your bag, your High Holy Day gift bag. And friends.
Shana Tova, everybody.